Hello, baby.
Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello, friend.
Well, hello, little girl.
Hello, my treacherous friends.
Hello, operator.
The beginning of everything.
Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey everybody, it's the Brink of Sanity podcast, episode 197. Surprise, surprise, Marc is here, and we have new guest host Derek. How you doing, Derek?
I'm all right, man. How's it going?
Good. Yeah, it's going all right. It's as good as a Sunday can be because it's the day before all the bullshit starts again.
For me, Sunday
Exactly.
night at this point consists of, I don't know about you guys, 'cause I have two kids. By the time it gets to this point on Sunday night, I feel like I've been hit by a truck twice.
That's
And
me
I'm
on like a
s-
Friday afternoon.
It's like the work week is like the easier part of the week for me. Not like
sounds
I mean,
miserable.
I enjoy the weekend more, but I'm just more tired by Sunday night than I am on Friday, I think.
That sounds
Yeah.
terrible. My
I
Friday
just
ritual.
I just feel like I'm already trying to wake up in the morning when Sunday hits. The whole day, I just feel like I'm getting out of bed for work on Monday. So it's a bad day for me, usually.
Yeah.
Friday,
Okay.
I just see how quickly I could get into pajamas.
Okay, so we're breaking a lot of new ground here. Kids are tiring, and no one likes Mondays.
Yeah. We do have
Okay.
stuff planned for today's episode, though.
For those that don't know, and no one probably does know, Derek has been our Mike Woodson impersonator on the Nick show, and he does an amazing Mike Woodson impression. As far as I know, that's the only impression he does. Maybe he does a million impressions. Derek, do you do any other impressions?
Well, again, I don't do many other impressions, but I've been working on some.
For those of you that aren't Nick fans and don't know who Mike Woodson is, that's Mike Woodson.
Yeah, that'll make absolutely no sense to non-Nick fans.
Hey, how did you get to? You got quite popular on Nick's show. Everyone really loved the Mike Woodson impression. How did you get the Mike Woodson impression down?
Because I was watching every single Knicks pregame and postgame, and I needed to understand why the Knicks were doing so poorly. So I'm like, Woodson has to explain something. And as I just kept watching, I was like, this guy is not answering any questions, and he's saying the same thing over and over. And I was so pissed that I was just talking to people about it. And I'm like, Mike Woodson doesn't say anything. And then I would just mock him. And it just kind of turned into a thing where everyone's like, oh, do the Woodson impression. And I ran with it.
Are there any other things that you watch night and day that you have like an impression of? Like, is there like a Fox News host you're like, that Glenn Beck when he was on the air, I watched him night and day, and I could do the Glenn Beck thing at the chalkboard in my room.
No, it's just that I'm a rabid Knicks fan, so it just stuck in me. And they would put Woodson on every single night, and it seemed like the Knicks were playing like at least 3-4 times a week. So it just became ingrained in me.
Right, and also the fact when they lose more than win, so the losses felt like they were 2 nights or 3 nights long.
Exactly. It was a painful impression. It wasn't me having fun with it. It was more me just being so depressed that Woodson was the coach.
I hated Lost, so I developed a mean Jack from Lost impersonation. It was instantly irrelevant.
Derek, where do you? We don't really know. So Jay and I don't know Derek. We met. He rose on Twitter, said, "Hey, I can do Mike Woodson," and we were like, "Sure, why not?" And it turned out to be gold. And so he said he wanted to come in this show. We were like, "Hey, more gold, why not?" Derek, where do you live?
Yeah. I live in Brooklyn, in Sheepshead Bay, right by the
Nice.
water, so it's always a cool breeze by me.
Oh, nice. I am here in Manhattan. Jay is in Queens, and we represent the only 3 boroughs that matter.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I feel like if Jersey asked nicely, they could have Staten Island for free.
I feel like
Easily.
if you took a survey and just random 10 people in New York City, at least 5 of the 10 of them would not know Staten Island's a borough.
I guarantee.
I've heard that Long Island was a borough over Staten Island before.
I think people just wish with Long Island over Staten Island.
Mhm.
I
It's
feel
that
like
toll that gets everyone.
what's the toll?
It's the
15
toll
bucks.
you have to pay when you drive.
Well, I know what a toll is.
When you drive to somewhere relevant, you have to drive through Staten Island sometimes.
I bet it's $15 leaving, not coming.
It's $15 going in. And
Oh,
it's
man,
free to
that's-
leave.
Oh, because I would really think it's the other way. Like, wait, it's $15 to get in. Oh, okay. I'll just back up now.
Have you guys actually been to Staten Island?
I've not. Have you? Have you either of you?
I have, yeah, plenty of times.
Why did you get lost so many
I
times?
have family that lives in Staten Island.
That's actually the only explanation that ever it is. It's never. No one ever says, "I've been to Staten Island, and there's another reason besides I have family there."
Yeah, when you say I've been to Staten Island, the follow-up question is always why.
Well, it's really
Yeah.
like actually the follow-up question is, "Oh, you have family there?" I assume. Not like because you're not.
Yeah.
You don't have. There's no other good reason you would have been to Staten Island. Like, oh no, I don't have any family there. We were just looking for a fun place to go in New York.
Yeah, exactly. We were looking for a club to go to, so we just went to Staten Island.
We wanted to go to a
that's not
bar that
happening.
was almost empty, and the back patio smelled like garbage.
My friend said to me, "Where can we see some Guidos?" And we got in the car and drove to Staten Island.
I did play paintball there.
What's the best way to spend $15? Go across the Verrazano Bridge and go to Staten Island.
Sure, why not? So Derek, you live you have kids, you have family, you have before the show started, forget it. Before the show started, we were talking,
I do have,
and
of course,
I was just telling him about my life, and I was like, oh, do you live alone? When I was like, you have kids, and he's like, I live alone. But he's like, oh, but I have a kid and I'm divorced. I was like, oh, okay. When I asked you if you had kids, the answer was yes, not I live alone. But okay.
The thing about Mark is
Well,
that
it was like, do you have kids with you? Because I think the question was, like, how late we were talking about how long are we going to do the show for?
Yeah, that's true. And I guess, and Derek's like, I don't have any kids in my pocket.
Mark is the king
no
of
kids
bringing
trapped
up
in my basement.
awkward conversations and also the king of subtlety.
I am so bad. If we talk about something off the show and then try to do it again on the show, I can't do it. I can only do conversations one time.
A couple of years ago, I had a kitten that died, and Mark's like, "So, how was your week?" I'm like, "Oh, all right." He's like, "So, have any pets that died recently?" I was like, "Nice and subtle, Mark. Way to go."
Well, to be fair, hang on. So he got this. I come over his place. He's like, I got a cat. I come over his place like less than a week later, and he's like, cat's dead. I was like, what'd you do? And
In a
he's like,
week?
in a week, the cat was dead. And so
3 days to be exact.
How long was it?
3 days.
So I thought maybe it was kind of a funny joke to ask him. And then when he had the next cat, hey, is the cat still alive? I didn't think that was off color at all.
You knew it
Like,
was
how
dead.
do you kill a cat in a week?
First of all, I didn't kill the cat.
Jay, did you write a book about
Okay.
this? How to get away with murder of a cat?
I adopted a very sick cat. We got it on a Friday night. We set up a vet's appointment for Monday morning, and it died Sunday night because it was that
Okay.
sick.
Wait, when did you find out it was sick?
We didn't know it was sick. It didn't look sick.
Okay, it wasn't like they're like, oh, you can have this one or this one, the sick one for a discount. We'll take the sick one.
No. We just, we set up a vet appointment because that's what you do when you get a cat. We didn't know the thing was like on its deathbed when we got it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so it was like a proper weight. It didn't have like shedding fur. It wasn't meowing ridiculously and uncontrollably.
No,
Actually, after 3 days, it didn't meow at all.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was very quiet, and it slept a lot for a kitten.
It's still sleeping. Actually.
It's sleeping more than any kitten right now.
I mean, it turned out it had a lot of fleas, but I didn't know that.
Okay. I mean, kittens are usually frisky, so it wasn't frisky at all. It wasn't like playful or anything. It just wanted to just lay in your arms and die.
Pretty much. Like, I would lay on the couch, and it would like climb up on the couch. Me not knowing that was like the last remaining strength the cat had, and then just lay on my stomach and fall asleep.
Jay's like, oh, look, cute. It's puking blood.
It's cute kitten blood.
I'll take the cat that looks like it's never eaten before.
Now that we've rehashed terrible memories, let's move on to the rest.
Hang on. So,
I'll take that kitten that's shivering uncontrollably in the corner.
was this really a terrible memory for you?
Yes.
Really?
Well, Sunday night, the cat started screaming, and I turned on the light, and then it just rolled over and dead. And I picked it up, and I guess the body temperature was dropping. So then I saw all these fleas start rising to the surface.
Okay, yeah, that's a bad memory. Yeah.
Okay, it's not like a wonderful like, hey guys, guess what funny thing happened to me over the weekend? But I feel like it's like something that you could like you could joke about pretty fast thereafter. But you can't.
I feel like you can find the humor in that easily.
It's not like you brought home a kid from the hospital and he was dead in 3 days. You brought home a kitten and the kid was dead. And not that animal rights people, please get mad at us. It would help for the show. But it's a kitten. It's great. Like when you get one and like it stays alive. But if one dies 3 days later, you can't be that attached to it.
Well, I mean, you guys have certainly found the humor in the situation.
Is it still too soon for you, Jay?
No, but I didn't like it. It wasn't a good thing.
How do you think maybe the people that took care of the buildings down in 9/11 also took down your cat?
Maybe.
There was thermite in the cat.
Exactly.
Yeah. How do you know? Maybe people want to blame your cat's death on Al Qaeda, but I don't really think it was Al Qaeda. I think it was our government.
The cat died, and it didn't even get hit by a plane.
So you still can't joke about it, really?
Well, I think we just did. I'm just saying we don't have to have the whole episode called Cat Corpse Cast or something.
Did you have a funeral for it?
Yes.
What was the funeral consist of?
We went to a Buddhist temple and had the cat blessed by a Buddhist monk and buried it at the temple.
But this was your girlfriend's idea, not yours.
No, it was my idea because I'm so religious.
What was the cat's name?
I don't even think we got to name it. I think it died.
You're really attached to that cat.
Well, I was trying to think of the perfect name, and then it died.
Honey, why don't we call him Dead? Why don't we call him Not Playful? Because he's not ever again going to be. Well, hang on? So I have a question. If let's say your girlfriend wasn't involved, let's say you went and bought the cat yourself, and it died 3 days later,
yeah,
would you have had a funeral for it? Because I get girlfriends will make you do anything. Like girlfriends will make you do the most ridiculous things.
If by funeral you mean put it in the garbage can, then yes.
Oh, bless the cat, clunk.
I mean, I don't have a backyard, and I do have a garbage can.
How fast did you so Jay has a new cat. He bought a cat, how long did you wait to buy the new cat?
Well, this cat is actually... Is that Derek again?
Is Derek not there anymore?
I guess not.
Oh, pick him up.
Okay. No,
Derek, are you back?
Yeah, that was me. T-Mobile. I got to
okay.
cancel that service.
The new cat is actually the old cat's sister.
Do you call T-Mobile? Can you get through to customer service to cancel the service?
Yeah, but I need to have my phone unlocked so I can take it to AT&T. I don't want to buy a new phone.
No, I was just kidding.
Yeah.
They make the service so poorly that you can't even make a call to actually cancel it.
Exactly, just randomly. I'll be talking and then the call will just drop.
Sweet.
Really helpful for. But I'm sure they have good other services that you don't need as much as the actual phone.
Yeah, they trick you with all of these other things and perks, like unlimited music streaming. I can text while I'm in the plane. I get free text in the air with GoGo.
Oh, that's useful for once a year.
Yeah, when I'm on a
Exactly.
plane, all I want to do is text. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm on a flight, I want to text and send pictures.
You get unlimited minutes that are dropped?
Yeah, exactly. Unlimited drop call.
I have a question. Has anyone used Sprint?
I don't know if I've even met somebody who's used Sprint.
Derek, have you ever used Sprint?
I've used it in the past, and I canceled it.
Okay, so the service, were you in New York City when you used it?
Yeah.
And was it as bad or worse than T-Mobile?
It was actually better than T-Mobile.
Oh.
As far as drop calls and things like that, I've never had so many drop calls in my life.
Oh, because there's I was reading Virgin Mobile has a pretty good deal. If you buy the phone, but they give you $40 a month. You get everything unlimited, but you have to you're on the Sprint network.
Yeah, I'd give that a trial run for 30 days. Good thing there's no contract. I'll do it for 30 days, but I definitely wouldn't bank on that.
Now we moved off the cat death to the less interesting part of the show where Mark tries to get advice on cell phones. I'm actually I may be the only human being left on Earth that does not have a smartphone.
You do not have a smartphone?
Yeah, see, Derek had to be like, wait, hang on, I don't understand. You mean you have a BlackBerry?
Yeah, no, you have a flip phone?
I tried to explain to someone at work, and they were like, can you send me a picture of that, whatever it was? And I was like, I can't. Or somebody to access the internet. I was like, I can't. And they're like, oh, no, you're stupid. You can access the internet on the BlackBerry. I was like, no, I don't have a phone that accesses the internet. And they were like, what? I have a flip phone. Yeah, I can send text messages. That's as advanced as I can get.
How long does it take for you to send a text message that says hello?
Well, I don't use T9 anymore. I'm advanced past that. I have an actual keyboard.
Oh,
So,
you have a keyboard. It's a flip
Yeah,
phone.
no, I have the keyboard. The T9
okay.
thing would be driving me insane.
Okay.
That was like the least like cool. Like for a minute, people were like, "Oh, T9's awesome." Then they were like, "Oh, this sucks."
I don't even
Yeah.
know what T9 is.
It was Derek, you know what T9 is?
Damn, we're going digging in the archives. That was like predictive text. So like the phone has 10 numbers on it, 10 buttons, and like ABC would be 2. So it would predict what letter you want to press or what word you want to spell based on the numbers that you press. And it was a terrible, terrible, terrible thing to text with.
Yeah, it was like helpful if like we were never going to move to smartphones or keyboards.
Yeah.
Like me, I guess. So I was thinking about.
It was made for you. I don't know why you still have a feature phone.
Do you know anyone else? Do either of you know anyone else that doesn't have a smartphone?
My grandmother.
Oh, there you go.
I do have one friend that does not.
It's like I don't know where it happened, but everyone like is like, oh, I want to pay money, like because I feel like it's just like you're kind of wasting money to a certain extent because all these services are so expensive.
They're really expensive.
And yet everyone now is required. I need to have the internet in my pocket at all times because I don't know when someone's going to ask me what are the Cars 3 greatest hits, and I have to look them up on the spot.
I'm actually debating going
You seem really
back.
passionate about that.
Well, I just think it's in general, it's not like that. I mean, when I saw the Virgin Mobile deal, I was like, oh, this is actually not that much more money than I'm paying right now, so it might be worthwhile. But for the most part, it's usually like $70 or $80 or $90 a month, which seems like a lot of money to pay.
It is, yeah.
It is.
But everyone now needs to.
Got to be one of the cool kids.
I don't know. I'm not going away with that.
All right, next topic.
So Derek, you want to talk about your divorce?
I mean, what do you want to know?
I don't really want to pry, but sure. How long are you
I
married?
mean, we can transition from a dead kitten to a divorce.
Yeah. This actually I feel bad making fun of, but I'm not actually going to make fun of your divorce, obviously. But
Yeah.
what happened?
It just didn't work out. I got married really young.
How old were you?
I was 27.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And how long?
I'm 32 now, so I was married for 3 years.
Oh, so this is pretty recent, also.
Yeah.
You guys still like on good terms?
Yeah, we're great friends. We're great friends. So it wasn't like a bitter divorce and I hate you and I'm going to throw your stuff in the street.
Well,
and
then
I'm
it
gonna
looks like
drag
we have
you through
nothing to
court.
talk about.
I'm going to kill your kitten 3 days after you get it.
Yeah, exactly. You better not ever buy a kitten. I'm going to kill it. If I see a kitten going in that house, you better watch.
Any animal with 4 legs is not going to last until you better name that animal fast.
Exactly. No goldfish either.
Are there any like? Well, I guess there's nothing funny about divorce at all. That's pretty awful.
Let's just move on to this.
Let's just move on.
Divorce
nothing
is
right
a
for-
tough topic, right?
Yeah, it's a tough topic because there's nothing like it's a pretty personal and pretty. It would be better if you were like, yeah. So I lit her on fire, and that's what she said.
Yeah, it'd only be good if there was like drama involved in it.
Yeah.
We got to find a traumatic story from your life, Mark.
Sure. I can give you a traumatic story. My version of a traumatic story. Not really traumatic, but So I'll reveal something. one thing that every other kid on the planet had learned to do when they were a kid, and I never learned to, and it was always cause for me. It was dramatic for me. Was I never learned how to ride a bike.
That is pretty traumatic.
Isn't that really? That's kind of traumatic, Jay.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone else that? I bet you know people. It's more likely that you know someone that doesn't have a smartphone than someone that doesn't know how to ride a bike.
That is true.
Wait, so you still don't know how to ride a bike?
I actually they have free classes in New York City where you can learn how to ride a bike, and I recently did that, and now I know how to ride a bike. I've gone to the classes twice, and then I've gone riding a couple times on my own, and actually I can ride now.
You figured
But,
it out
like-
after 2 tries? That's not bad.
Yeah, actually, when they use this balance technique, which got a lot of me maybe learn it really fast. When I was a kid, basically, I think my dad put me on a bike once and then said, "Fuck it."
Okay, so would you? I would think that being an adult and learning how to ride a bike would be just like the easiest thing to do, but apparently it's not. Like,
Wait, wasn't it? Well,
would
here's
would you go buy a bike now and put training wheels on it?
No, actually, I think the way I learned it was actually pretty good. I'm going to try to have my son learn the same way. But the thing here's so I like growing up. My dad basically didn't teach me how to ride a bike. So anytime like friends were going riding a bike, I'd be like, I can meet you there somehow or another, or I'll see you guys when you get back. It really sucked. But then like I was so excited to get my license because you're like when you get your license, who cares about riding a bike when we can drive a car?
Right.
And so that they actually taught me how to drive a car. And so then like
You didn't
the whole
try
line-
once and then say fuck it?
fuck it. Here's son. Here's an important life lesson. Fuck it. So like that's something like you ride a bike. You're like, okay, this is something that's not going to be like once I'm driving, go to college, not going to be that relevant in my life. Anytime people are like, let's go ride a bike, I'm like, oh, I don't feel like riding a bike. I'll see you guys later. But it's not like, oh, you can't ride a bike. It doesn't really come up. Everyone assumes you can. So
yeah, exactly.
I was on this trip in Israel actually called Birthright Israel, where they pretty cool thing where they basically take Jewish people and send them to Israel on a free trip when it's a pretty amazing thing. But anyhow, I'm like 21 years old on this trip, and at some part of the trip, everyone's gonna ride a bike to like this like area. Everyone's like, we're all gonna ride bikes now. And I was like, oh shit, this is the one thing I was hoping we wouldn't all have to do at the same time. So I'm like, oh, you know what? How hard could it be? I'm 21 now. How hard could it be riding a bike? So I tried doing it, and I realized it wasn't very easy to catch on. And then they're like, Mark, what's wrong? Because they were driving behind us. I'm like, I don't know how to ride a bike. Can I get in the car, you guys? So that was pretty awful. And then now that I have kids, I was like, I fucking have to learn because I'm not gonna put my son through this shit.
Yeah.
So, what kind of reaction did you get when you told people that you couldn't ride a bike?
I don't really tell a lot of people, so I don't have a huge base of reaction.
That's a dark secret.
I tell I said to my dad, like, why don't you ever teach me how to ride a bike? And he's like, oh, I didn't really know how to ride either, so.
Just
I
pass
wanted
that
to
down.
teach you how to become a man in other ways.
I realized I had faults in life, and I wanted to pass those faults on.
It's like a family tradition that you pass down from generation to generation.
No good
I wanted
qualities
to make
passed
you
down to
tougher,
me.
Mark.
Yeah, so it doesn't like come up with too often. I tell a few people. Like when I remember at the end of that like the bike thing, everyone was like, "Hey, Mark, where were you?" And I was like, I didn't ride. Why didn't you ride? I don't know how. And like 10 people are there. I'm like, oh, great.
You just hear whispers like.
But at that point, people were like, why didn't you ever learn? I'm like, my parents never taught me. And they were like, oh. Well, like some of the girls were like, oh. And the guys were like, homo.
That's pretty much a teenage guy's response to everything.
Yeah. But I told my wife, and then she was like, well, okay, cool, but you have to learn so we can teach our kids. I was like, yeah, I gotta freaking learn. So I went to the class, and they had this thing it's called Learn the Ride. It's a free class. You go there, and there's like, I think like 10 or 12 or 10 to 15 people also are there. So there are other people actually that never learned how to ride a bike. But you can pick class. They offer them throughout Manhattan. And I was like, or throughout New York City, sorry. And I was like, I can't pick a class within like 2 miles of where I live. I have to make sure like there's no chance I possibly run into someone I know on the way there. And I was like, I remember I was going to the class. I was like, looking around like I'm being followed. Please let no one I know go be here.
And then you get there, and the
then,
room is filled with people from your building who picked the farthest location from your building.
Yeah.
It's all people like that I've known in my life throughout the years, like some kind of weird intervention where everyone's like, "Oh, we know how to ride bike. We just wanted to laugh at you, Mark."
You go there? Did you go there and your dad was there too?
My dad's like, "I'm going to learn with you." So anyhow, but then now I know well enough to. I've gone riding in Central Park myself a couple times, and it's been okay. It's been fine. I don't fall, so. I think I know well enough to start to like really ride a lot with my son when he's a little older.
So your story has a happy ending. My cat's still dead.
Yeah. But you have a new cat, so isn't that a happy ending also?
Yeah, that's true.
And how long's your cat been alive for? Like years now, right?
Yeah, this is actually the dead cat's sister.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like are you like living a Stephen King novel?
Well, I mean, this cat would also have been dead if I didn't take it to the vet immediately. The owners were apparently the worst cat owners of all time.
Where did you get the cat from?
My girlfriend was like a home nurse aide, and so the lady she was taking care of had this like stoner roommate who got a bunch of cats and then just like ignored them, and they were all just dying.
So why didn't you go, hey, let's get a cat from not them?
Because they would have died. I saved this cat's life. I didn't save the other one's life, but this cat's life.
Whose idea was it to get a cat? You or the girlfriend?
Well, I wanted one, but she surprised me with it.
Oh, you were like,
Really?
hey, honey, wouldn't it be great if we had a cat?
Well, when you say it like that, it's,
Hey, honey, you know what would make things really, really romantic tonight? If we had a furry kitten rubbing my balls.
I would like you for my birthday to get me a present that has a 15-year commitment.
Or a 3-day lifespan.
Yeah.
What if wait, before you were dating her though, before you lived with the other, you had like regular roommates. Would you have like that you used to live with a doc? Would you have had it gotten a cat with the doc?
No, I don't think so. The doc wasn't very responsible.
No, not like he would be part owner, but like would you have gotten a cat when you lived with a guy?
Oh, well, I mean, if the guy was cool with it, the doc wouldn't have been cool with that.
Hey guys, how about I get a cat?
You know, I think will really be cool, guys, if we get us a cat.
Hey, if the second cat had died 3 days later, would you have gotten a third cat?
No, we said when we got this cat, like, this is our last cat no matter what happens.
Would you have moved on to a different animal?
Do we just murder all the different animals until we deem ourselves not worthy of having pets?
Why do you have a dead kangaroo in the bathtub? We were like, we had gone through 12 animals. I don't know. I think we're cursed. I think we're supposed to feed these animals.
And did you intend to save kittens, or did you just want to get a kitten?
I just wanted to get a kitten, and we said, like, oh, this one's going to die if we don't take it, so it kind of worked out.
What about the rest of the cat's family?
I think there was one or two other ones that got adopted by other people. They weren't as sick as this one, though.
You just know what's kind of suck? And like any animal that we have as a pet, they never get to stay with their siblings or parents.
Right.
We're immediately like, okay, cool, we'll take them away.
Well, they shouldn't have like 7 siblings.
Maybe that's the way they're supposed to, and we're just fucking up their lives.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. So I wrote some Would You Rathers for the show. You guys want to do some Would You Rathers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Why not? Oh, we have a review from last. We actually have a review on iTunes. I'm going to read that first.
Okay.
We very rarely get them, but write a review on iTunes for us, and Jay will send you a dead cat. This one's by Sunny Boy. Very funny. I follow these two. I
wonder who Sunny Boy is.
I don't know. Did you know who Sunny Boy is?
Is that you?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
me.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, well, by very funny by Darren. I followed these two from the Knicks podcast over here. What makes this show funny is that these guys are just being themselves. This is just a group of guys hanging out and telling stories about dead cats. It's like hanging out with guys and having some drinks and some laughs. Great stuff. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate the review.
We don't usually get to personally thank people who write reviews, so that was cool.
Each week, you write a review, you get to guest host on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can be a running thing. Write a review and come on the show. Yeah.
Oh, we have comments from the website that we didn't read last time.
Do you want to read them?
Sure. Our website is brinkofsanityshow.com, so you can post on there. Let's see. This one is from Fields, who I think was not happy with our top 5 bands that we talked about. He said, The Who, better than Ozzy and Black Sabbath. Mark, are you crazy? As much as I think you are the star of the show, and Jay brings you down. Okay. You are crazy to think that Iron Man alone is bigger anthem than O'Reilly. The Who, I know them because of the CSI theme. Crazy Train, Iron Man, Paranoid, Black Strap-On, No More Tears, and I Don't Stop, a few hits that are way better than The Who. And then I guess he's still mad about it. Oh, hell no. Jay, you don't think AC/DC is the shit, dude? Maybe it's you who likes the Strap-On. I'll name you more than 3 songs. Back in Black, Shoot to Thrill, Thunder. Wouldn't that be Thunderstruck? Huge AC/DC fan?
Yeah.
Back in Black, like The Color, Strap-On, You Like Black Ice, and Just From the Top of My Head, War Machine, and Dirty Deeds. All #1 hits, shook me all night long. Are you kidding me? Come on. Hell's Bells. Like, this is Sinkelberger. What I am here from Brink Podcast. So, I didn't say AC/DC was bad. I just didn't say they were one of the greatest rock bands of all time. They have a bunch of good songs, and they have a bunch of not good songs.
I would say if you were like, hey, you know what? We have a big football game, or I'm going to go fight someone. I need to be pumped up. Top 10 bands, I'd say, I would listen to music from. AC/DC is one of the top 10 bands.
Right, but overall as like a rock band, I would say that.
Right. I'm just making up a new category.
Crash writes, Jay, you don't like
Didn't
Black...
you guys also do the top 5 rappers as well?
We did.
Yes.
Do you want to add yours?
For me, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas.
We left Jay-Z out last time for some reason, but yeah, Nas, go on.
Leave him out.
I don't know, we're morons.
Yeah, Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas. Then it gets tough around 4 and 5. It always changes, but I'm gonna say Tupac and Eminem.
And Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Well, I mean, I think that
there's Marquis honorable mention.
Well, Tupac if he puts out some new stuff, then maybe he'll move up the list. I don't know. He put out way more stuff after he died than he did before he died.
Derek, you know who Del is, right?
Yeah, I know who Del is.
Okay. Mark was accusing me of making up names last time.
I do think you make up names, but go on.
Really is Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Read the rest of the comments. Let's not go back into the rap rock conversations.
Okay. Jay, you don't like black strap-ons in the asshole. What are you, a communist?
I love how "what are you, a communist" could be the end of anything you're saying to the person. Like,
yeah,
you don't drink tea. What are you, a communist?
Same guy. I have a question. Why does the beginning of the Brink Show theme, the "Hello Baby" part, sound like Mark? Is that Mark saying "Hello Baby"?
That's from True Romance, right?
No, you guys are both killing me right now. It is a Van Halen song. That is Sammy Hagar saying "Hello Baby."
Oh,
Jesus!
I would have never guessed that.
I would not have guessed that. Yeah.
Gonzo Hernandez writes, "Oh my God, 12 minutes to 15 minutes were the funniest minutes I've ever heard in the show. It was so unexpected. I had a burst of laughter that my coworkers looked at me like I'm nuts. How do I tell them, no, guys, it's just that one of the hosts is complaining about getting too many reamed in the crevice comments. Wow, thank you, Mark and Jay. I have replayed those minutes about 7 times now and questioned how come you guys read the comments of the Knicks podcast and not the Brink unless there are no comments. It is a combination of no comments and we forget to check the site."
What do you do for a living that you're able to listen to our show?
I listened to my last job. I listened to a podcast all day. They let me work and
that gets
with
you
my
through the
headphones on.
day.
Well, also, I meant like a podcast where also there's like cursing. We're talking about strap-ons.
Headphones. That's what I did at my last job.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Go on.
Do you guys listen to your shows after you post them?
Hell no.
My voice makes me want to kill myself, so I don't.
And me as well. I just cringeworthy. Especially episodes where I get really drunk and I'm like slurring and I'm like, oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Did you listen, Derek? Did you listen to the ones you were on?
I listened to the first Woodson one, and then I didn't listen after that.
Did you laugh? Like, were you laughing when you were listening to it, or like, was it weird listening to it?
The first one, I was laughing because I never recorded my voice doing Woodson, so I was like, holy shit, this is some funny stuff.
I am a funny motherfucker.
Like, we were just shooting the shit. I was like, holy shit, this is funny. But then after that, I didn't listen anymore.
It's kind of hard to listen to yourself. I don't know. There was like, and also
Yeah.
it's like, it's funny because Jay will put a name for each episode, and there's some episodes where he names it, and I can't even figure out where he got the name from because I can't remember half the stuff was on the episode. But then I don't want to go back and listen to find out.
Well, that's what I do when I write the show notes. I do play the episode, but I just skip the random points in the episode, and whatever we're talking about, I write that as a show note. So I could just hit play like 18 minutes in, and we're talking about something for like even a minute, but then that makes it into the show notes because I'm not going to like re-listen to an hour and a half show.
Hey, Jay, we used to sometimes like we'll have internet issues, and we come back and Jay has to like fast forward, rewind to the right part, and we have to listen to part of the show a little bit. And I cringe during that part. Jay, why don't we have internet issues anymore? I've noticed the last couple episodes. Did you fix stuff on your end?
Apparently.
Because it's been like, and I know I'm jinxing it, but like there's some episodes I remember where we were like had technical problems like half the show.
Yeah, I think I after 500 combined episodes between the two podcasts, I actually sort of figured out what I'm doing.
Fantastic. Are there any more comments?
No, there's just one last comment telling us to read the comments. So we did.
That is a good idea. I think if you, yeah. Okay, so would you rathers? This is for both Derek and Jay. Would you rather make $50,000 a year doing a career you love, or make 10 times that, but all you do is literally push a button all day for 8 hours a day, 5 times a week?
Make 10 times that.
In this work environment, you're pushing the button, and people are like, Jay, Derek, fantastic job pushing the button today. You're our best worker. You never work overtime. You never work a weekend. But you 8 hours a day, you just go, click, 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 click.
Can I do like the
But
Simpsons
we're
and
talking
get
about
that?
$500,000. Right?
Yeah.
That's why I made the number high.
Can I do like the Simpsons and
It
get
was
that
going
little
to be like
duck?
$50,000 a year to do a career you love, or $60,000 to push a button all day. What was the Simpson thing?
Remember when he had that job where he pushed the one button over and over, and he got that little duck that rocks back and forth?
Oh, yeah.
That would be clever. No, you have to push it. You can't listen to headphones.
Oh,
no headphones, no like internet. Just pushing the button.
$500,000. I'm still doing it.
There.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, not even a question.
But what if the $50,000 a year is to do something you really love? Like Jay, $50,000 a year to do your podcast.
Nah. $500,000. Because it's only for 8 hours a day, no overtime, so I really have the rest of my day to do whatever I want. And I have $500,000 a year to really focus on what I love.
Yeah, I guess like after you leave work, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Well, plus
exactly.
if you're making $500,000 a year, you could probably just do that for like 2 or 3 years, and then take time off to do what you love.
That is true. I never say you had to stay at the job. Maybe be like, oh man, you're doing pretty well. What do you do? What do you do for a living? Press a button.
Just one.
Oh.
I just press the button all day.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess your job's not that interesting. No, literally. If you come to work with me, I just press this one button for eight straight hours. And they pay you. I'm really good at the button. I've gotten awards. They used to have someone else press the button, but the person he broke his finger and then killed himself. I'm the best there is. If you need me if you can give me $600,000 a year, I can come to your company and press a button. Would you rather save someone's life, but no one will ever know about it, or would you rather be in a national TV commercial?
I'd rather save someone's life.
This is a really tough one.
Derek could be like, I would save someone's life. And Jay's like, how much do I really care about saving someone's life?
You saved the kitten for nothing.
Well, I mean, is this like a shitty person or?
No, I mean you're saving a perfectly normal person. Like there's no like He's not like, you're not saving Gandhi. You're not saving Hitler. You're saving like some dude, like, some
You're
average
not
dude.
saving Hitler.
Okay, I'll save.
Worst saved life ever.
I'll go with saving. person.
Would you rather save Hitler's life or get a national TV commercial?
Would you rather save Hitler's life or do anything else?
That's kind of, imagine someone actually like saved his life, and you're like, oh, remember that guy you rescued drowning when he was like 18? Yeah, he tried to annihilate the Jews. Oh, fuck. Remember how you feel good about yourself? You always tell people at parties how you saved that guy's life. It didn't work out well for the rest of the world. Would you rather be a very famous and wealthy midget or your current self?
Famous and wealthy midget.
So like the guy from Game of
All right.
Thrones,
How
You can be the
wealthy?
guy from Game of Thrones. Yeah, sure.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage, or would you rather be yourself?
No, he's not rich enough.
He's what?
He's not famous or wealthy enough.
Okay, just pick a famous. Say you're Bill Gates of midget world.
I can't name a more famous midget.
We're making a make believe midget. You say Bill Gates was a midget.
Okay, Bill Gates. Would I want to be a Bill Gates midget?
Yeah.
A Bill Gates midget? I don't think I want to be a Bill Gates midget.
No, I wouldn't go with the midget either.
What if you were?
I mean, but how midgety am I? Am I mini-me midgety, or am I like
It
just
has to be extreme.
4'6" midget?
It's not going to be 4'6". It has to be extreme to make it funny. You would be like a 3-foot midget.
A 3-foot midget?
2.5 foot.
No,
Okay, you're a 2.5-foot midget, but you're the president of the United States. You're super rich, and you're married to a super hot model.
All right. I mean, do I know for sure that she's faithful?
You're a midget. Of course she's not.
Okay, I may have to pass on that.
Jay?
I mean, because if I'm 2'5" or whatever you're saying I am, my life expectancy is already like 40 years, 50 years at the most. So.
But they're 50 rich and wealthy and famous and wealthy and powerful years.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if I'm 2'5", that means I have like a quarter of an inch dick, and I'm not gonna be able to enjoy my beautiful wife.
Okay, let's say you're 2 feet 5 inches and you have a 2 foot 5 inch dick.
Well, then how am I gonna hide that in my clothes if my dick is the same size as me?
All right, now we're just getting ridiculous, guys.
Okay, let's say you're the first midget to play in the NBA, and that's how you got famous and rich.
Muggsy
Okay, I'm the
Bogues.
first midget to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
Am I in the NBA because I'm a charity case, or am I in the NBA because I really earned my?
No, you like even Muggsy Bogues was like a really good player. You have to be in the NBA because you were really good. You were the guy that led the Knicks to the 8th seed that year.
See, I mean, now that's a tough bargain, all right? Because now you're playing with my emotions.
Okay, how about this? You lead the Knicks to the title. You win the MVP of the regular season. You're considered the greatest midget to ever play basketball, and you.
Okay, so the Knicks will win the championship. All I have to do is agree to be a midget.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't think I'd do that to be a midget.
What if the Knicks said, we can win a title, and Derek, either you have to be a midget or in a wheelchair the rest of your life? Which would you choose?
You know, you basically said, you basically offered me the world. You basically said you can rule the world or be a midget or just be yourself. So that midget thing holds a lot of weight. And like it's still a debate. So I don't think I'm gonna take. I'll take normal for 5,000.
Okay, what about would you rather be a midget or in a wheelchair?
Midget or in a wheelchair. So all right, so you're fucking me up no matter what choice I have.
Yeah. I've moved on to making your life miserable.
All right, so what I'm in the wheelchair. Am I a quadriplegic or am I paraplegic?
You're just you can't legs. Your legs just don't work. Everything else works. You can have sex. You can do everything else. Just your legs don't work.
Okay, so it's either I'm in a wheelchair or I'm a midget. And my life stays the same. Do I get any other perks?
You get a half price at Wendy's.
All right, so my life is basically the same. So I have to go wheelchair. What about you?
I figured that probably like if I had part of, I don't know, that'd be tough. I think to be able to move, walk around, I guess wheelchair. I'd go wheelchair over midget.
If we have any midget listeners, they're like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, or any wheelchair listeners.
At least we chose them over midget, though.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, we're not, I'm not mocking, like, would you rather be a famous and wealthy wheelchair-bound person or yourself?
Famous and wealthy wheelchair-bound person. And only my legs don't work, but everything up works. I still have sex.
Everything else works well.
Okay, I'm not pissing or shitting in a bag.
Hey, only if you want to.
Okay, which is basically what I do now.
Yeah, I figured.
Famous and wealthy? Yeah, all right. Yeah, we can give it a shot. I mean, I can put some braces on and still get up and walk. I mean, if I'm wealthy, I'll figure something out.
Let's move on. Jay, do you have any would you rathers you want to ask? Jay, usually most of his would you rathers consist of things like, would you rather use a pencil or a pen?
No, I'm good.
Would you rather have an iPod Shuffle or a different iPod? Would you rather make $50,000 a year or $51,000 a year?
Okay, how about this, Mark?
Sure.
You have a great, and this isn't even going to be extravagant. You have a great job. Say you make $500,000 a year. You're doing something you love, but you don't have any teeth. You got to get rid of all your teeth. You'll never have teeth again.
Okay, can I buy fake teeth?
You cannot buy fake teeth. You must gum it for the rest of your life. But you make
Okay, so would I trade $500,000 for no teeth?
Yeah.
No. I'm not trading $500,000 to be a freak. What if wait, $500,000 a year and you have a third ear?
All right, what about
Derek, would you be a freak? Would you add a second nose for $500,000 a year?
No, I wouldn't add a second nose. I don't think I'd do that. I'd go no teeth for $25 million a year.
Okay, $500,000 a year, you wear an eye patch.
$500,000 a year to wear an eye patch?
Yeah.
Can I ever take the eye patch off?
Yeah, you can take it off at night, but when you're out in public, you have to wear an eye patch. It's like a medical condition. You need an eye patch.
All right, dude. Can I tell some people that it's a farce and I'm only doing it for the money?
No, it's a medical condition. It's it's not false. You're not doing it for money. You actually have a medical condition that requires you to wear an eye patch. You have eye patchitis.
Wow. Can I take off the eye patch and use sunglasses sometimes?
Okay. You have to wear an eye patch at all times except when you're sleeping, and you have a parrot on your shoulder.
No, I'm gonna have to pass on that.
I like parrots. I would take the parrot. The parrot would sell it for me. Jay, would you wear the eye patch?
Or not?
If it's Jay's parrot, it'll be dead in 3 days.
I think I would, and I would just go full-fledged pirate. I would just play it up.
Okay, then my next one. Would you rather, I have two more. Would you rather be accused incorrectly by the national media of leading a kiddie porn ring and later have a much less publicized exoneration? Or would you rather have your pinky finger cut off?
Wow. Those are both awful.
That's a good one. I
don't mess around with these questions.
No.
Jay's like, would you rather spend a whole day not using an A or spend a whole day not using an E?
Would you rather take a shower in the morning or take a shower at night before you go to bed?
You're getting the Jay questions. Would you rather be able to speak Spanish or be able to speak Portuguese?
Would you rather put butter on your toast or use margarine?
Would you
So
rather...
I would go with the pinky finger.
The pinky finger to make you guys shut up. I think I'd go with the pinky finger too. I think that'd be I think getting accused of being a kiddie porn ringleader, no matter what, if you were exonerated, you'd never get rid of that name.
Well, I mean, if the national media calls you out, you'd never get rid of that.
Derek, what do you think?
I mean, I like my fingers. I mean, I'm going to get exonerated. And
Yeah, you
I'm
get
on
exonerated.
So here's the thing. I'm on the national media, so I have a platform. Then I get exonerated. I can flip that into a reality show these days and make money that way.
Do
And
you
my
remember-
reality show can be about how I'm exonerated. And
Do you remember-
fuck the media?
Do you remember the Atlanta bomber for the Olympics?
Yes.
Richard, what's his name? Richard Jewell. Remember, the media all went on a campaign about how he was the bomber, and they were making fun of him on the Tonight Show, and they were like, oh, he lives with his mom, and he's like old, he's like 50 and lives with his mom, or 40, whatever he was, and like what a pathetic loser, and blah blah blah. Then they later on found out, they were like, oh, Richard Jewell was actually a hero. He learned everyone about the bomb, and he actually had nothing to do with it. And like that report was like very small. They're like, oh, we apologize. Oh well.
Yeah, nobody really remembers that.
But it's funny how you remember his name because I don't remember his name.
But do you remember the story? Like, you remember how when he was exonerated, people didn't give a crap about that part of the story?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, the rest of his life, people were like, he probably one place and people were like, get out of here, you bomber, and he was like, no, I'm a hero, and can't you come up with a better insult than bomber?
I mean,
I think
no one will
kitty.
ever recognize him on the street these days, I think.
I think kitty porn's worse though. Like if people, if I think you're a kitty porn ringleader, like that's pretty.
Yeah, you still associate that with Birdman.
Yeah, I mean, look at R. Kelly.
Yeah, and that's just peeing on girls.
Yeah, he never beat that, and he was proven. I mean, he's proven innocent in court of law, but we all know that was bogus. So.
You know what's crazy
He'll
though?
never
Like,
beat that.
if you're like 19 and you have sex with your 17-year-old girlfriend, you can get identify yourself the rest of your life as a sex offender.
Yeah. You know, if you
Yeah.
if you get arrested for public urination, you're a registered sex offender.
Really?
That's really?
Yeah.
Is that why you had to tell me that, Jay? That you're registered? How awful must be that explaining like you're like going around a neighborhood that you move into and then trying to explain to people, no, it's not the bad kind.
Yeah, I just got really drunk and peed in an alley.
So I know like friend of a friend that they moved to we bought a house in the suburbs, and they found out after they bought the house that there's a sex offender in the neighborhood, and their real estate agent was supposed to tell them but never told them.
Isn't there one in like every neighborhood at this point?
Probably.
Yeah, if you go to the website and put in your zip code or something like that, your address, it'll show you all the registered sex offenders.
Yeah, and it's like there's a ton of them, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you have to go like? Can you find out what the crime is?
Yeah, they tell you what the crime is, but they don't tell you specifics, so you wouldn't know if he was 19 and she was 16. You know?
Oh, so like they're like he's into child porn. You're like, oh, I took a
Yeah.
picture of my 17-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, you won't know. You won't know the specifics.
They should
I think-
probably look into changing that.
And then you're hanging out with the guy, and he's like, yeah, it's bullshit. Like she was 6. You're like, God damn it, you're one of those.
What if she's like a week older than you, younger than you? You know, like you turn 18, and for like 2 weeks she's 17, and then you get caught during that
I
2
think
weeks.
17 is okay nowadays. 17 is okay.
All right.
Derek is the world leading expert on when you're allowed to screw a girl.
Yeah.
Would you rather, Derek, did you choose the porn or did you choose the finger?
I choose the porn and get exonerated.
Okay. Last one, would you rather kill an innocent person in cold blood, but no one finds out and you get away with it, or get fired for stealing at work, where you would always have to explain on future job applications that you got fired for stealing at work?
Wow.
Kill somebody
Is there a third option?
So the person is just some random person in the street, or some random person you encounter in the woods, like another camper. You, for whatever reason, you kill the person. You completely get away with it.
Another
You don't know
camper.
anything. Yeah, you're camping.
What
He's
is it?
camping.
So we're in a post-apocalyptic world, probably.
I don't know. Okay, maybe. Okay, it's the middle of the night. You're just walking down the street in Manhattan or Queens or not Staten Island, because who'd go there besides you with your family there?
You'd be getting killed if you're on Staten Island.
Yeah, probably. So you're walking down the street. Some other guy bumps in, like you bump into each other. The guy said something to you. You hit the guy. He like hits his head. Actually, you hit the guy. You beat the guy to death. You got really pissed the guy.
Okay.
It has to be something you killed him on purpose. Then you like hide the body, and no one ever finds out about it.
Wow. So I beat the guy to death.
Yeah. You're a good 1-2 punch.
Yeah, so it wasn't like an accidental murder. It wasn't like someone and like he fell on like a fence or something like that and got impaled. I beat him to death.
Okay, let's do accidental murder. Let's do accidental murder. Maybe that's better. Accidental murder. You punch him, he falls over, hits his head, drops dead.
Okay.
So you killed someone, no one's going to find out about it. Or you steal from work and you have to tell everyone for the rest of your life.
Okay. Ooh.
I think
Okay,
I would still go with the steal from
prevent
work.
me from getting another job, or is it just something I just have to explain?
Well, it
Well,
could, right? That's the thing. It could. It may or may not, right?
Yeah, I mean, anyone applying for a
All
job,
right.
I don't know, Derek, I don't know what you do for a living, but I'm sure any applicant applying for a job there, you would say you stole from your last employer. I'm going to have to really like you to hire you.
Yeah, exactly. So, I can never answer questions straight, as you can see. So I need more detail. When it comes to stealing something, what did I steal? What type of crime did I commit at work? Is it something I can get
500
arrested for?
pounds
Or is it just like,
you
I
stole
stole
a TV.
I stole a TV
Yes.
out of the Best Buy stockroom or something like that?
Sure. You work at Best Buy, you stole from the stockroom. Yeah.
All right. Worked at Best Buy, stole a TV. And Best Buy reported me or something like that.
Is it a 3D TV or is it a
It's
box
one of those
tube?
new curved TVs. It's one of the better ones. It's like $2,000. It's a nice TV, and you were like, I'm going to watch a really good shows on this. I want to watch the best Amazon.
I'm going to watch
they can find.
Legally Blonde on Blu-ray on this TV.
Skinemax would look awesome on this curved TV.
Okay, so what happened to me after I stole that TV? Did I get arrested?
Best Buy fires you, and they say, you know what, Derek, you've been a good employee, but this is terrible. We're gonna just fire you, and we're gonna report you to the police, and the police agree to do nothing to you. You get nothing. The police say, okay, whatever, just you're fired. You give the TV back. Fine.
Okay, I'm making this really difficult. So, I don't.
Let me see. Is
It
it a Best Buy in my neighborhood, or is it a Best Buy a state over?
yeah, exactly. So, what
stole-
time did I steal the TV? Did I steal it?
You stole something
during
of
the holidays?
Yeah, you stole something of significant value. Basically, the law didn't do much to you, but your employer basically is going to tell everyone. Like, if people call your employer for reference, they're going to tell them, and you're not going to be able to hide the fact that you work there. Like,
Was it the last TV in stock, and did a dying orphan not get the TV because I stole it?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah. So basically, you worked there for 10 years.
In harms when I stole the TV, did I run into any kittens or anything?
You worked there for like 6 years. You can't even hide it on your work history.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm gonna go with
I'll
stealing.
go with the TV.
Yeah, you go with TV too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll steal something. Yeah.
Would it change your answer if you instead of accidentally killing the person, you beat them to death?
No. I don't.
No. I mean, the fact that I'm killing someone, it just doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Even if no one's gonna find out. Come on.
No, even if no one's gonna find it.
Okay, those are my would you rather's.
All right.
We have questions on the website.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, because you're the star of the show, and I'm just bringing you down. So.
It's not like I wrote that comment, Jay.
No, whatever you want, King Mark, king of the show.
You're right. I went on our website and comment. I don't even know how to go comment on our website.
This is the Brink of Mark podcast.
I knew you were going to take that personally. Listen, your star went downhill when you killed a cat. What if? Hang on. Yeah. What if instead of what if instead of killing a person, it was killing a cat?
Like killing a cat in cold blood? No.
Derek, would you kill a cat in cold blood?
I would not kill a cat in cold blood.
Okay, Jay, you can invite him over then. Okay, so let's do questions. Okay. Okay. Guillem, whatever, right?
Gilliam. Why can't you read names ever?
What's the name?
Gilliam.
Gilliam?
Gilliam.
Gilliam?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's how? Derek, how do you pronounce Guillem?
Guillen.
Yeah.
Guillem.
Yeah. See. I'd
Not
really.
Gilliam.
It's Gilliam.
Okay, Grant writes, I'd really like to listen to Mark's wife's views on Bride's particular relationship. He listened last show. I don't know if he listened to the show last time, but Bri, who comes on the show with us, has an unusual hookup relationship with some girl for many years where he won't declare his girlfriend and I don't know, whatever. My wife is asleep right now, and we'll do it next time Bri's on the show. We'll have my wife rip into Bri.
That sounds awesome.
Austin writes, how amazing was Derek Jeter last night?
So good. Oh my God, Derek Jeter. Love baseball.
Right? I mean, I forgot that he was playing last night. I mean, how?
I think the question was. I think the question.
Overdue?
The question
Yeah.
was posted his last game in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, the one where he had that dramatic, like Disney movie type game.
Oh God, spare me.
It was
You
the
know, I didn't
perfect
watch
ending.
one Yankee game all season.
So, do you think the Derek Jeter stuff was overdone?
Oh my God, was it ever?
Do you have to
Was
say
it
like
ever?
Derek Jeter at this point has Scrooge McDuck swimming your money type money? Did he really have to go in for every possible dollar on this and have like
Exactly. Oh God.
sell every goddamn item possible?
What did he
There's
sell?
162 baseball games, including the All-Star games. So there's 163 that he's playing in, and he's getting sent off in every single game.
Yeah, they do like every city he goes to, they do a commemoration for him. They're selling 1 million items on the Yankee website. He's doing all these goodbye commercials. It's like, hey, dude, I understand that he's a great player, but it's not. Even if Babe Ruth retired right now, I would say, hey, lighten up.
Yeah, I mean, give me a break. I love the guy, great guy, but I mean, Jesus Christ, how much do we have to celebrate this?
I'm trying to think of who the
Can we
equivalent.
celebrate it a little bit less?
I'm trying to think who the equivalent would be in basketball.
Michael Jordan. It didn't happen.
It didn't happen for Jordan. Yeah.
Right, but I don't think Derek Jeter's quite the Michael Jordan. Like Jordan's considered like the greatest ever. Like it would be more like it'd be more like a Magic Johnson or Larry Bird.
Let's piss off the Lakers fans. It'd be like if Kobe retired.
Exactly. If Kobe retired, who gives a shit?
Did you guys go to any Yankee games this year?
I haven't been to a Yankee game since about 2004.
I prefer to cut myself while I watch the Mets play.
I prefer to cut myself than watch baseball these days.
Yeah.
I miss steroids in baseball.
You miss steroids?
I miss steroids. That's when it was fun to watch, when everyone was on steroids.
I have to say I'm totally against steroids for baseball, but it was a lot more fun to watch them.
Yeah. It was actually relevant.
Yeah, it was like you hit 30 home runs, you're like our backup. You suck.
Yeah.
8 guys in a
30
lineup.
home
at
runs,
70.
your MVP.
Yeah, it was. They really like they should just maybe they should go the opposite way and just like require players to take steroids.
That should be a requirement. If you want to play in the majors, you got to take steroids these days.
Yeah, why not? You guys, either of you, I Jay definitely did because you're not into baseball. Did you read the Jose Canseco book? Do you remember that book?
I did not.
It was
I did
called.
not, but I know of it. Where he basically snitched on everyone.
Yeah. So the book, a couple of years ago, I read the book. It's a pretty fast read and it's hilarious. The best part of the book is it's not like he's just talking about that. He's not like he's admitting he did steroids. It's a pro-steroid book. He's talking about how steroids will create the next race of human beings, basically. How steroids are the best thing people can do. He goes on how wonderful steroids are. It's
So did
unbelievable.
he make you want to take steroids? Would you take steroids?
I don't think I'd take steroids. But he's like, people say steroids ruined my career. He's like, without steroids, I would never have been out of the minors.
Okay, so take steroids or never learn how to ride a bike.
I'll take steroids.
Okay.
No question. Easy answer.
Okay.
I will choose murdering the homeless man over not learning how to ride bikes. Rob writes, who is the greatest actor of all time? Mine would be Tom Hanks. He has done every type of movie from comedy, example, Money Pit, Bachelor Party, drama, example, Saving Private Ryan, Philadelphia, children's movies, Toy Story, chick flick, Sleepless in Seattle, the greatest movie of all time, Forrest Gump, and made everyone cry over a goddamn volleyball.
I can't disagree with that.
That's a
for a
tough
long
one to
time. He was my favorite for a long time as well.
You know what's weird? He hasn't done a movie, though, that you even give a crap about in a while.
Yeah, he hasn't had a movie in a long time, and that's kind of why he's fallen off with me.
But he had a nice run with those movies.
We didn't even mention Big in that list.
Yeah.
Or Joe versus the Volcano.
Wasn't that the volleyball one?
No, that's
That was Castaway.
Castaway. Joe versus the Volcano is awesome.
Castaway was amazing.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of who would be better.
Leo DiCaprio?
DiCaprio's pretty good, but the range-wise, has DiCaprio done any comedies?
No, I think the closest would be like Catch Me If You
no.
Can, which wasn't really a comedy.
I do love that movie, but
Yeah. What about Brad Pitt?
But he did play a slave master in Django.
that is true. That is true. But he wasn't. It
He was
wasn't an
funny as
amazing.
hell.
Yeah, but it was kind of like dark humor. I wasn't like a ha.
What about Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt. Has he done a comedy?
That Play, Rewind, Return movie where he's on the treadmill.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's like the Fargo guys movie,
Yeah.
Coen Brothers.
I
I gotta say,
don't
Tom
know.
Hanks looks like when you point out all this range, Tom Hanks has pretty good range. Though I can't give him that much credit for Toy Story or chick flicks.
Nah. What about Denzel?
Denzel's good, but he always plays the good guy.
Not Training Day.
That's true.
Training Day.
That is true. Training Day was a
his
very
best
good
role.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Danny DeVito?
Nah. What about Adam Sandler then?
Yeah, Sandler.
Edward Norton was one of my favorites, but he hasn't done anything in a while now.
He's pretty good. Yeah. I just the thing with Tom Hanks is like, I could like, what you call it? Say, Forrest Gump. He was a totally different like that character. I don't know. Some of his movies like. I don't know. Actually, I feel like he's not like he doesn't seem like he'd be the most amazing actor, but he's actually been in a lot of really good things.
You know who I thought was going to be one of the greatest, and then he just stopped acting? Michael Keaton.
Yeah, he just disappeared.
He was Batman. He was Beetlejuice. He had what was it, Pacific Heights, where he was that creepy tenant. He had like a wide range of stuff.
He had a great comedy with all the crazy people. Where they're people from like a mental institution and they escape. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. That wasn't One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
No. What about Jack Nicholson? Speaking of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
No.
Nah.
I think he's
not
really overrated. I think he made a couple good movies and then like milked that reputation for decades.
We agree, like De Niro and Pacino are amazing, but they're also like overrated.
They're like total.
Yeah,
Like,
they're typecast.
yeah, they're typecast.
DiCaprio is pretty amazing. I feel like I would say Tom Hanks, to a certain extent, like when he's in the movie. For a little while, I wanted to see the movie, but not anymore. I would say DiCaprio now like makes me like he picks really good roles that I usually want to see the movie if he's in it.
And I think Daniel Day-Lewis is an amazing actor, but he does one movie like every 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tom Hanks it is.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. Okay. Conrad writes, top 5 alcoholic drinks.
Well, Captain Morgan and Diet Dr. Pepper is my favorite drink.
Captain Morgan and Diet Dr. Pepper. I didn't even know that those mixed.
So good.
I wouldn't have thought of that one either. I am a
Dr.
big
Pepper's
gin and
not
tonic
root beer,
person.
right?
No, it's not.
No, that's why they call it Dr. Pepper, not root beer.
Mark's getting a little cranky today.
I'm sorry.
I think that means the show is running long.
It was just an easy joke. Sorry.
Jack and Coke.
I like. Go.
I like White Russians. I can't drink a lot of those though. Those are like a nice like have one of those and then move on to something else drink. But I do like those a lot.
A mojito.
I do not like mojitos.
I didn't think I'd get another second person in this one, but I like mojitos a lot.
So do I. I love mojitos.
I like.
Oh, there you go.
I like old fashions.
I do not like old fashions. That's a nasty drink.
I'm not an old-fashioned guy either.
What's your favorite shot?
Shot.
Ooh.
Fireball.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like weak ones. I like ones where like I used to. I like ones where I'm like, this is not going to get me drunk.
There's one called Surfer on Acid I like. It's, I don't know, vodka and pineapple juice or something like that.
Could you just put the pineapple juice in there? These guys are making me do a shot. Let's fuck it. I cannot do shots anymore.
No, shots are a thing of the past.
Yeah, you can't hang like you used to.
No.
I was at a wedding recently where they did shots of vodka, and I did the shot of vodka, and I was like, oh, God, I don't know why I just did that. I hated that.
Yeah. Vodka is a rough shot to begin with.
Yeah.
It's like you enjoy it while you first get drunk, and then as your like high starts wearing off, you're like, holy shit, why the fuck did I just do this?
Yeah, I feel like I'm hungover, like before I'm even done sobering up with vodka.
Lorenzo writes, bring back Would You Rather, please.
Done.
Lorenzo, I didn't see your comment, but I just happened to do it also for the episode. Also, favorite candy bars. I know different countries have unique items, but I think Twix is worldwide and is therefore king.
Well, I have to agree. Twix is my all-time favorite candy bar. I also really like 100 Grand. I don't know if you guys have had that.
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear the 100 grand like phony phone call?
No.
I don't know what it's from, but like guys call guy wins calls a radio show and wins a contest and like you won 100 grand and he's like, oh, going on how much you gonna use the money, and they're like how you gonna buy a truck with a candy bar?
Oh yeah. That was like their original ad campaign, right?
It might have been. I don't know. It was funny.
Do
Would you
guys have that?
consider? Oh, my favorite candy bar is Snickers, but like in that same category is Reese's Cups. Would you consider that
Yeah,
candy
absolutely.
bar-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
Well,
Reese's Cups for me.
if we're gonna count Reese's Pieces, can we count M&Ms?
No,
Can we
he
count
said,
anything that's
not
candy?
he said peanut butter
Reese's
cups.
Oh, peanut butter cups. Yeah, can we count M&Ms? They're close enough.
I don't think that counts as a candy bar.
No, that's not candy bar. That's candy.
Yeah.
Okay. I go with Snickers. I like Snickers better than Twix, but Twix is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I have a question. When's the last time you bought an entire candy bar and ate it yourself?
I bought a white chocolate Kit Kat recently,
Really?
and it was awesome.
And you ate it in like one in 5 minutes.
All 4 of those sticks, yeah, the thing's tiny.
What about you, Derek? When's the last time you bought a candy bar?
Dude, I can't even remember.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I've had I can't remember the last time I was like, here, I'll take a Snickers bar. I'll eat that now, sir.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know.
I don't even eat like the minis. Like sometimes, at work, someone will bring candy to the office. I don't even eat candy anymore.
No, I'll have minis or I'll have some M&Ms or I'll do that, but just going to the store.
Yeah, something like that, like some M&Ms or something like that. But I won't have like a candy bar or candy.
Like if your coworker sits next to you, came one day into work and just had a giant Hershey's bar and just started eating it throughout the day, wouldn't you look over them and be like, don't you have any self-respect?
Yeah. Don't you care about your teeth? Like what's wrong with you? So much sugar.
Hey, Janine, you're wondering why you're fat? You're eating the fucking candy bar, okay?
Yeah.
I don't care what kind of salad you had for lunch.
3 Musketeers is good.
Too much nougat.
I don't know what nougat is, but apparently I like it because I like that. Milky Way.
When I stopped eating candy bars there was this candy bar called Take 5 that came out,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, you heard of it, with chocolate and pretzels and caramel and
My dad
peanut?
used to have a stationery store, so I've had pretty much every single candy bar ever.
Oh, that sounds like a pretty good candy bar.
It was
Yeah.
shocking
K5
that I
was
was a
amazing.
very fat little kid.
I might have to go to the store, the CVS tomorrow, and just take that and eat it in front, like while the guy's while I'm paying. Because like before I paid, I've eaten the entire thing, and the guy would be like, "Sir, what the fuck."
People would do that when he had the store. They would just put like an empty wrapper on the counter. It's like, really? You couldn't wait for that one person in front of you in line?
You're like, the store's not that big. What the hell were you doing all this time? Grant writes, what is the worst thing that ISIS could possibly do to the state of New York?
Poison the water supply.
Is he saying like what realistically they can do, or?
I think
what-
so. And I'm going to go with poison the water supply.
Derek?
I mean, okay, if I have to feed into it, because I don't even think ISIS has the ability to come to New York and organize something,
Yeah,
I would
kind of.
say someone would blow themselves up in a subway.
Yeah, I was like going with Derek's theory of them not being able to get here. I think the worst thing they could do is send us a nasty postcard.
Yeah.
Just a nasty gram in the mail.
You big jerks! Stop dropping bombs on us. Leave us alone. Signed, ISIS.
Yeah.
By the way, have you seen Archer?
So aren't they ISIL now? ISIL?
I don't know
think
what they are anymore. I can't keep up.
I don't know.
What does Alex Jones say about ISIS? Have they been funded by the government over the years?
I believe they have, yeah. I do have, speaking of Alex Jones, I do have 2 InfoWars.
Okay, we're almost done with this. Derek writes, as in Derek, it's on the show. Can you talk about how much they milked Derek Jeter's retirement? We have. Thank you, Derek, for being on the show today. John writes, is there any way possible you could never have Bry on again? Apparently, John does not like Bry. Bry will be back on, so sorry, John.
I think Brian
I
is
thought Brown
hilarious.
was hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny.
With the way he treated his girlfriend, or like he hid his girlfriend from the world, that was hilarious.
It's the funniest shit ever. That's why my wife will come on the next show to comment on Bry. You do the InfoWars.
Okay, so we have chatter indicates attack on southern border is coming very soon, sources say.
These are like, just that headline is like a headline you could have seen on CNN or anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the idea that like chatter indicates that there might be attack, sources say. So you're saying an anonymous source said something will happen based on an anonymous source.
Right.
It's just like 2 different ways of saying that some people said that stuff.
Like if one of us said that, we could write the same article.
Yeah. Basically, it'd be a high school, like someone be saying, chatter indicates that you're gay based on an anonymous source. So so Derek, you remember how to play this game? You have to think of the most ridiculous comment possible for this article.
Okay.
And then I'm going to read a real one, and I guarantee you it'll be crazier than what you get to come up with.
So
Okay.
read the headline one more time.
Chatter indicates attack on southern border is coming very soon, sources say.
I say Obama's actually paying Al Qaeda to attack the states that don't vote for him.
That's good.
Derek, you wanna
I'd
say?
say that ISIS has actually tapped into the telephone wires, and they're actually trying to get everyone to upgrade the smartphone so that they can hack them.
So this real comment is, the government will leave the border open, watch illegals flood in, allow a terrorist attack, subordinate all border security to the TSA, and erect a Berlin-type wall. In the future, this wall will be used to prevent people from escaping the U.S. As the government grows more tyrannical, the economy sinks, and American power wanes. So this is all... basically, he's saying that this is all a plan to get people to come into the United States and then trap them there.
Okay, so this is all off of Infowars.
This was a real comment from somebody
This,
on Infowars.
yeah, this is
about
not the actual site as much as the people commenting on the site who come up with crazy things.
Okay.
So the commenter apparently is writing a terribly depressing book about the future.
Yeah.
Post-apocalyptic. That's a crazy. An example of one was something like, there's something about school shootings, and someone commented was that all the school shootings are a hoax; they don't really happen, which has been my favorite. One of my favorite comments.
All of
Just
them.
calling whatever a hoax.
Every single one did not happen.
What's the next article? It's a pretty good one.
The next one is police woman beheaded at Oklahoma workplace. I don't know if you guys heard this story. Apparently, a coworker was trying to convert other coworkers to Islam, and then he came in one day and just beheaded a woman that he used to work with.
And stabbed another person, right?
I believe.
Or someone
Yes.
shot him.
Yes, that's true. So what would be the crazy comment?
This person wasn't actually Muslim. He was on prescription medication, and one of the side effects actually caused him to go insane. And this was all because the government wants to drug us up and drive us crazy.
Have you been on Infowars a lot? Because they're huge on the medication making people go crazy theory.
I love Infowars. Amazing.
Okay.
Am I reading one of your comments next?
I'm going to say Obama is trying to scare people into converting to Islam. So next time your coworker asks you if you want to convert, you'll think twice before saying no.
And this comment is from Derek. No, just kidding. It makes
Really,
you...
there's another. Derek is a common name now.
Yeah, no. It just makes you wonder if this guy worked for the CIA and was a plant to prove Americans and say, hey, how dangerous Muslims are. See little puny stupid Americans. Now you know they were right. Stupid little moron peon Americans. No doubt they will be flying him overnight to the Bahamas. So, just to translate, because that was a little weird, he was saying that the guy works for the CIA and was a plant to get Americans against Muslims, and they're flying him to the Bahamas on his vacation because he did a job well done.
Oh, because prior to this, people here really like Muslims?
Right. They need that little extra push.
I have to say, in the Muslim community, people must be like, hey, dude, I know everyone says we're not all terrorists, and it's true, but you're not doing a good PR for us by telling people to convert and then trying to chop their heads off.
Right.
That's not how we want to say. If they just say no, we move on to the next person. Ask your other coworker instead of chopping the first one's head off.
Right.
So there's a story in the news I want to bring up. There was a guy who jumped the fence at the White House and got into the White House, and they arrested him.
Yeah.
So apparently, like 2 months before he got jumped the fence and got in, he was caught. He's caught driving a Ford Bronco, driving erratically. He's taken into custody for after a brief pursuit, and the trooper found an illegal sawed-off shotgun in the gray sport utility vehicle. There was also, beyond the sawed-off shotgun, there were 2 semi-automatic weapons, military-style rifles, including one with a bipod and flashlight, and one with a scope, 3 .45 caliber handguns, and several loaded ammunition magazines.
Wow.
He also had a hatchet and a camping equipment. He was released from jail in Virginia with a $5,000 bond, and last appeared in court on September 11th before he ran into the White House. How crazy do you have to be in this country with guns before they fucking arrest you and just keep you in jail?
Yeah, how did he get out on a bail with all of that?
He had an arsenal, looked like he was ready to wage war, and it tried to escape the cops. And they're like, oh, well, if you give us $5,000, you can go on with your way.
Just pinky swear me that you'll come back to trial.
Every time they catch someone of these people, there's always a story about the cops finding the guy beforehand. The guy saying, the microwave told me to kill the president, and them going, okay, nothing illegal about that. See you later. It's unbelievable. Even the guy with with the cutting off his coworker's head. Apparently, there was some kind of story where like the police have been they've caught him earlier and like he'd done something really bad in the past and they let him go.
I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get how you have that many weapons and it's not like.
You don't
Is
sound
this
like
stuff even real? Like, is this really someone who's really trying to kill the president, or is it just like a fabricated story?
Oh, are you going with? Did you really think this is a hoax, or you're just trying to screw with us?
Did he have any guns?
I don't know. Am I?
And it goes all to my theory that North Dakota doesn't exist. It's all a hoax. Have you ever met anyone from North Dakota? Come on.
I don't know anyone who's ever been to North Dakota.
Yeah,
Or
I mean
from North Dakota. Name a city in North Dakota, Mark.
Bismarck,
Name another city.
North Dakota City.
Springfield. Isn't there a Springfield?
Name two colleges in North Dakota.
I can name a street, and this is how well I know North Dakota. I can name a street.
Main Street.
Exactly.
There's a main street in every state in the United States.
And there's a Springfield.
First
in every
Avenue.
state.
Okay, name 3 states that border North Dakota.
I can name people in North Dakota. South Dakota is one of the states. But I can name people. There's a Bob, there's a Derek, and there's a Jay. But doesn't like if it was announced in the news that North Dakota was some elaborate cover up by the government and it doesn't exist, you'd be like, oh. Like I guess I never knew anyone from North Dakota. That kind of makes sense.
Okay, Mark, the Knicks can win the championship next year, but you have to live in North Dakota for the rest of your life.
Does North Dakota actually exist?
Yeah, it does.
No,
You have to live in North Dakota City.
If the Knicks winning the title is not important enough for me to want to like relocate and not see anyone the rest of my life and live in freaking North Dakota. We have a lot of
people, but you just have to. That's just your main residence.
If we have a fans in North Dakota, please write in or call and let us know that North Dakota exists.
Take a picture with the current day's date and something that says North Dakota on it, so you could prove it's really there.
It has to be like a national newspaper. If it just says like the North Dakota Daily,
Yeah.
we're all pretty sure that there's no literacy in North Dakota. So
I have to say, Mark is the star of the show, and take a picture.
it's not like I wrote this comment. Yeah.
What are we doing?
How is there a star of a 2-person show?
What are we doing next, fearless leader? I wouldn't want to suggest something and bring the show down.
Yeah, don't bring the show down, Jay. Jay, if I say your dead cat's funny, we're going to talk about it. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're the one bringing up all these depressing stories that I bring the show down.
I didn't write these comments, so I'm sure there's going to be. I'm sure now that you said all this, the next comments will all be about how Jay's the star of the show and Mark's really weird. By the way, there hasn't been a strap. I don't think we've gotten any strap-on comments for our next Knicks episode.
Good.
I think the strap-on stuff may have died.
I won't be sad to see that go. All right, I think we are done.
Derek, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Is that why I bring the show down? Because I keep track of the time and tell you when the show's done?
I didn't write the comment, so why don't you track that person down and go to his house and ask him?
That's much easier
put
than
a question out there and ask him to elaborate on that comment.
I could have just replied to your comment and asked you why, or maybe just like talk about it in the show. I decided to show up in person at your house with a knife.
Or maybe bring them on as a guest of the show and have them explain why Mark is a star and Jay's not.
Yeah, why don't you have them on and just just berate them? Why don't you call their job and get them fired?
All right. Are we done?
What did we learn today?
We learned that Mark is the star of the show.
That's going to be the name of the show. Mark is the star.
Oh God. We learned that Mike Woodson, in and out of character, is gold in the show.
Yep.
I learned that Mark is sick and twisted, and that his would you rather's are some of the best would you rather questions I've ever had in my life.
That is true.
You should have been listen when Jay was starting to do that. When Jay was doing his own, they were great.
They really were like what Mark was saying.
Would you rather get your news from the O'Reilly Report on Fox or the Hannity Show on Fox? We learned that
Question.
no one wants to kill someone in cold blood, even for a lot of money.
Which is kind of shocking on this show, really.
Derek, here's the situation. You have to murder someone, and no one's going to find out about it, and you get $10 million.
Wow, that's tough. Nah, I can't kill an innocent person.
Okay. What if you the person you killed was like a really great person also, and instead of $10 million, it's 1,000.
No. Okay, how about this? You have to go and kill a murderer. You have to murder a murderer.
You're Dexter?
Yeah, you have to go kill him. No, you are. You have to go kill a murderer.
No, but like that's what Dexter does. He kills murderers. Have you watched the show on Showtime?
You know, I watched it. You know what I wonder about Dexter? Like, no one's onto him, like, seriously onto him. Like, man, Dexter, all of these cases you've been assigned to, you haven't really solved one.
Right, but that's true. It would take even like barely decent writing to expose that flaw in the show. But they gave up on barely decent writing a long time ago.
I couldn't even get past the first episode when I started watching. I was like, wait.
Oh, season 1, 2, and 4 are really, really good. The rest of it's garbage.
1, 2, and 4, so it went downhill on 3. But you stuck with it and found out.
3 was like okay. 4 was really good. Jay, would you agree?
Yeah, 4 was probably the best season.
I thought 2 was probably the best season, but
Anyway.
but it was really compelling.
They don't have any unassuming, non-trusting black people on the show who like ask like simple questions like.
Watch season 2. Actually watch season 2.
Dexter, man.
They're
how
actually
come you never catch anybody?
Yeah, no, the one black guy on the show knows Dexter's a killer.
yeah, that character actually exists actually.
Okay, and then the black guy got killed.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, okay.
Obviously.
Dexter, man. How come every case you get assigned to someone ends up dead?
Yeah, that's pretty much the second season.
Yeah, it's really good
Okay.
though. Second season is really good.
Would you rather
so-
kill somebody in cold blood or be the star of Brink of Sanity?
Well, obviously, be the star of Brink of Sanity.
Brink of Sanity. I mean, that's a big thing.
Would you rather kill Hitler, or be the star of Brink of Sanity?
Okay. So would you rather murder a murderer, or you have to murder a murderer, and you'll get $10 million? Would you do it?
It's not really would you rather. It's more of a would you do it question.
Yeah, it's not a would you. Yeah, that's not a would you rather. The rock is hitting me.
Will people find out about it?
Yeah, people will know.
Do I work at a Best Buy?
Someone will know, but you will not go to jail.
Derek, do I work at a Best Buy?
Would you rather be the star of Brink of Sanity or be Jay?
Would you rather be bring the show down or me?
Would you rather bring the show down or be the star of the show?
Tomorrow Jay's going to email me. I'm done with the
Would you
show.
rather be the star of Brink of Sanity or not know how to ride a bike?
Is being the star of Brink of Sanity kind of like a tree falling on its wood in the woods by itself?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I think that's our show.
If a tree falls in the woods and the only guy to hear it thinks Marc is...
happily married or bitterly divorced?
If a tree falls in the woods and the only guy to hear it thinks Marc is the star, did it really happen?
Is Marc the star?
If a tree falls in the woods, did Jay bring it down? So anyhow, write us a review on iTunes. Write us a comment on our website. Explain to Jay why he brings the show down, because it'll be really entertaining for the next show.
That's going to be our new ongoing joke, isn't it?
We'll see. We'll find out.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, Derek, for joining us, and we're out.
Yeah, thanks for
guys.
joining us,
It was
man.
fun.
It's been a blast. And cue the goodbye song.
Goodbye, everybody. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye. You better go away.
I'm gonna leave you.
It's the end. Goodbye. Goodbye.
how do I bring the show down?